What's up with it? What's up? It's your boy Newey back with another reading. This is gonna be an all times reading. We're gonna be asking the question, your major changes. What major change? Maybe I should say what major changes are happening in 2026. That probably would be better. That would have definitely been a better one. Change line. Hey y'all, good morning. That's what I do. It's my motor running when I be hiccuping, Marie. That's how I get started. I get my motor running with the hiccup. And then I get started. Yeah, we're going forward today too, of the light. What's up there, Thea? Your major changes in 2026. Okay, okay. It's C-Mac birthday today? Where's C-Mac? C-Mac, how you at work on your birthday? You sound like me. Happy birthday there, big dog. It's C-Mac birthday, y'all. Happy birthday to him. All right, y'all. You sit here, a bunch of stuff and okay, have a good one. All right, Kimmy. Was that Kimmy? Yes, Kimmy. Okay, so we're gonna get started. We're just gonna start at the front. Start at Aries. All right, let's see. Major changes coming. Oh, you work from home. Oh, okay, okay. Well, yeah, you enjoy that birthday for sure. What's up there, Faye? All right, so major changes coming in 2026 for y'all. All right, so we got Libra. Oh, okay. So you guys are gonna start becoming aware of your people-pleasing ways. Got a 12th house. So this could also be about relationships, partnerships that are around you guys. You guys are gonna become aware of them, or either you guys are gonna be in a some of you are gonna be in a different light when it comes to relationships in general. People may idolize y'all, romanticize y'all, if they already do that. But this could also become like an energy of you guys becoming aware of people who are there for you, like maybe at some point you guys may have felt like you guys were over giving, over sharing of yourselves. You're gonna start becoming aware of people who are there for y'all. So that's gonna be a big change for y'all. If you ever had that victim mindset or that feeling of like people are against you, people don't show up for you, how you show up for them, people aren't as genuine, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Also, because the 12th house is here, this means that you guys will have an energy of being able to see through people, all right, being able to see people's motives, their truer intentions, so that the mist that be around your eyes, what do you call it, the hazing or the rose-tinted glasses are going to come off when it comes to relationships, when it comes to partnerships. You guys may become a lot more social and less socially awkward. So it'll be easier to connect to people. You know what I mean? You guys may also go through a stage where you guys are, hold up, where you guys are also I'm gonna say escaping or trying to escape stuff. So like, maybe you guys are drinking, smoking a little bit more, indulging a little bit more, or you guys are stopping it, becoming aware of what's triggering it. Oh, that's my daughter texting me. I'm live. What do you want? Oh, I'll send the money to her for the trip. She want me to pay for her trip. Now it makes sense. I forgot. I got to pay for it today. All right. All right, so anyway, you guys will become more aware of your limited beliefs and like certain patterns that are negative. We got the moon here. So this month, maybe I said this month, maybe this month, but it's more so throughout the year 2026. You guys will be facing your fears. Y'all have a lot of secret admirers coming your way too. So y'all may go ghost for a period of time. That may be major to y'all. This could just be like maybe a cleansing, a healing, some time where you're just like, yeah, we got Queen of Cups with the moon. So definitely, it's going to be a time where you guys are like nurturing yourselves, giving yourself the emotional reassurance that maybe other people didn't get. And we got Ten of Wands in reverse. So that's just you guys letting go of expectations of others, not overworking, not like overdoing it, not burning yourself out. You know what I mean? Just to like appease other people. You guys are ending that cycle. So it's not a cycle of like trying to make other people happy, going above and beyond, you know what I mean, doing for them what they wouldn't do for you. You guys are gonna end that pattern, especially for the Five of Swords. So you guys may go through a little period where you may be like contemplating or like reconsidering or feeling guilt, shame, sadness. This could even be like with mothers, fathers, uncles, cousins, romantic partners, friends, co-workers that you guys have a close bond with. There'd just be like an energy of you guys either standing your ground a lot more, but also knowing how to speak up for yourself. You know what I mean? So I'm sure you guys already know how to speak up, but like there's just a like with the people that you really care about, you guys to be able to speak up to them or say things that you've always wanted to say to them. And this could also be people who've always had things that they wanted to say to you. Because I do get that, especially with the Six of Cups, you guys just become more reliable, I mean, more relatable to people. They just naturally get along with y'all. They just feel like they know you. They just feel like family, or you just feel comfortable. So you'll have better connections that come your way. But the reason you're going to have better connections, and this is a major part that you're going to really need to understand, the reason you're going to have better connections is because you don't need the emotional reassurance of other people, because you don't need other people to tell you you're doing good, you're doing right, keep going. You don't need the praise, the validation, the approval. That's why you're going to have better relationships, because people can't pull the wool over your eyes because it's not a need, it's a want. And you know, while you can want a Maserati, if you have a Honda or a Hyundai or whatever car you may have, it's okay, right? You can get from A to B. You may want that, but like you're not gonna like go above and beyond just because you would like it. You know what I mean? This could even include jobs, career, any of those situations. You guys aren't going to be overexerting yourself to get things or to like win the approval. So this could be like, say you work 60 hours in a week and then go buy a new car just so that your peers say, you got a great car, Aries. You're not going to do that. You're not going to like overextend yourself next year. You guys may also start tapping more into your intuition, or start tapping more into like a psychic ability that you have, or just an intuitive ability, which could include like maybe being at work and your job starts getting easier because you just maybe understand shortcuts, you understand maybe a little bit certain complexities, certain things that you maybe had overlooked before at the job. You start to see the finer part, and so you're like, all right, you know what, I know what to do here. So I really feel like y'all be tapped in a lot next year, really, really tapped in. This may be more of a self-indulgent season that's happening for y'all, where it's all about your want, I mean, all about your needs. All right. And not, and some of y'all, you have a job, you may like get either become more creative where you don't have to have that job, because some of y'all may walk away from a job and like do something that's maybe more entertaining or something that feels more emotionally fulfilling to y'all. That's this year coming up is really what's going to be the big thing for y'all, is like what feels emotionally fulfilling for you, opposed to what you think you should do. All right, so you may question yourself in the beginning, maybe, or even throughout the year, you may question yourself if you should or shouldn't behave this way or act this way. Because with the Five of Swords and the Moon, people probably could mislead your actions or your motives or your intentions because they may not truly understand. So this could even give you the ability to communicate this with people too in a more pleasant or understandable way. Because I did say it makes you more reliable, more relatable. So, all right, love will be a thing for y'all this year. I definitely see some love. It'd be people who you have love at first sight with too. So it won't just be like, oh, I like you, and then we gradually got to know each other. These may be hot, burning, steamy, passionate connections that come your way with people who feel like they already love you, or people who feel like they already know you. They idolize you from the rip. So this is gonna be a good year for y'all in terms of romantic, because you'll have partners who will want to sacrifice for you, and it'll help you get out of overdoing or over like pursuing or over like stressing relationships. All right. So it could be done with a Libra, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, Libra, Taurus, Pisces, Cancer, Sag, Capricorn, Virgo. Is that all song? No, but it was close. It was close. It was real close. Oh, wait, let's see something else though. One more thing. One more thing. All right, what else is what major changes? If you get tired, learn to rest. So you guys may be taking breaks or really like getting into self-care this year. For that Queen of Cups is that. It's nurturing, it's reassessing, it's self-care. It's almost like the Queen of Pentacles. It's just more for like emotional satisfaction. Root chakra, which is about security, stability, feeling safe, or feeling, yeah, feeling security, feeling safe, stable, grounded, and being able to be more present in the moment. So you guys are gonna be, I said some of y'all are gonna be going through a little spurt of like escapism, but then others of y'all are gonna go through a little spurt of like where you're not doing it anymore, where you're breaking that pattern, recognizing why you do it. This could even be like procrastination, maybe watching Netflix or TV, playing video games, smoking all day, drinking all day, laying around all day. It could be like you're breaking those patterns this year. All right. So let's see, Taurus. So Taurus, hmm, let's see, your major changes in 2026. Major changes in 2026. We got we got Virgo energy. All right. So major changes in 2026. You guys will be feeling more confident in your hard work, feeling more confident in your independence. Some of y'all are getting this may be a year where some of y'all get either physically fit or really start to like take care of the environment around you, which could be your home, your house, your car, which is your home, your house are the same thing. But your car, your house, your clothes, the way you dress, your body, like you guys really may start taking care of that. So you guys may get into like a research phase where you're like studying maybe diets, fasting, I don't know, eating healthy, maybe you're just learning. I get you guys like learning how to connect with people too at a more practical level, like finding what they need and then learning how to be of service to them. So this could even encourage some of y'all like creating a business or creating some type of income from that, from like figuring out what it is that people need. This may be like a niche that some of y'all figure out like how to put yourself into. Because I get this year, they're gonna find y'all a place in the world or find somewhere that makes you feel like you belong. Whether that means you're moving or whether that means that you're just like finding a place in a community, a place in the, just a place where it feels like I have purpose now, I have meaning now. All right. So, and it could be, like I said, to be of service to other people. So maybe it could be a job for some of y'all. So it could be training or training or orientation, or it could be going back to school. So some of y'all may be doing that because we do got Gemini, which has to do with learning, and the Earth also has to do with reorientation or learning lessons and the human experience. So you guys have become a lot more perceptive of like just human behavior. So this could be school. Maybe you guys are going to school for psychology. Or you're just studying it. I don't know if that's major for y'all, but you guys will start understanding the world at a larger level, or at a more minute level, not a larger, at a more minute or a more simplistic level. Like everybody needs this, everybody needs food, everybody needs water, everybody needs air. You may start understanding these things. So that's going to be a big change for y'all. Understanding maybe the needs of others, understanding your own needs, how to communicate those things. So maybe you guys were struggling communicating what you needed from others or how to get it from others. All right. It's going to be an energy. You guys learning how to be more social though, and more social and more self-sufficient. So what else? Some of y'all also, I guess, a major change is going to be getting to know people all over again. Yeah, she did. She did, Thea. I seen it on Facebook. She did. All right, so we got the Hermit here. Major changes for y'all. Oh, okay. And okay, I see. I already knew it, but I was just like wanted to see it again. So it'd be independence. It's going to be definitely independence for y'all as well. But most of y'all will be financially secure, stable. Some of y'all may be getting an inheritance, or inheriting your independence in some way, or gaining your independence. All right. You could be dating around if you guys want to, because I got the Lovers and I got the Eight of Wands and I got the Nine of Pentacles. So that can mean that oh, we got a new member. Okay. Thanks for joining. But basically it just means that you guys are gonna be getting more dates or just being like flirted with more compliments. But I mean I don't know if that's major, but I guess major would be a major change would be like more travels and having more romantic options for real. Because Nine of Pentacles is here. You guys will either be having your money right or you guys will be feeling more confident being independent. So this could mean that you guys so this may be like some of y'all are starting over this year, like starting, I don't know, even if it's a business, even if it's a venture, you guys are like starting over. All right, maybe creating a new identity for yourselves as well. That's a major change. Also, your voice has more conviction. So people start like being more curious about you. You know what I mean? Maybe because you really seem like you stand out on your own. You don't really seem like you need anybody else. So it's that self-sufficiency. I know, Zaria. It's the self-sufficiency that's going to be attracting these partners. The ability to, I mean, if you're not single, then it'll just be like a desire to there's just a desire to make sure that you don't have to depend on anybody else. You know what I mean? Because the magician is here too. So that means that through other partnerships, especially with the lovers, if with through other partnerships, you guys are going to learn a skill set or ability that you already had that you just weren't using or you were misusing. You know what I mean? So like, I don't know, like for instance, say Drake was he was once on Degrassi. So he used to be an actor before he was a rapper. So like somebody maybe came along and say, yo, bro, you could rap. You know what I mean? Sure, you can act, but like you could be a rapper too. So like this may be like a change in that way where you had a skill set and or ability or a natural talent that you just weren't using in a way that like would really put you out there in the spotlight or that would really bring you in some type of income or some type of financial security or it would really put you in a place where you stand out. I think you guys are going to start exercising, like I said, more of your traits of like independence or like it just makes you stand out differently. Like you don't resemble everybody else, you know what I mean? And it comes from a place of confidence too. So it could be hard work for whatever you're doing. And sometimes the hard work could just be that you guys are like working hard to not be identified as everybody else. You know what I mean? So you may be spending a lot of time alone, but like not feeling like you need people around you. Like you may really start to enjoy your company. Like I say, some of y'all are really gonna be dating around. You know what I mean? Like you may ignore like romance, but like it just comes to you anyway because you're not really focused on it. It's like, well, it's here. You know what I mean? So you'll get a lot of text calls, emails throughout the year. People wanting to like travel to see you. Maybe you're traveling to see people because the world is here too. So it means that you're exploring. So you guys may be getting outside more like I said, physically paying attention to your body. So like maybe too much salt, too much sugar. I don't know, when you're tired, you know what I mean? You're gonna start paying attention. So you may like have better mind muscle connection, I think it is, or better self-regulatory energies, like being able to know when to do something for yourself or when it's needed, you know what I mean? But also knowing this for other people, because you're gonna be very perceptive during this time. So you'll just start to so okay, you've got the lovers in verse two also means that you guys will be seeing the other side of people when it comes to relationships. A major change for some of y'all could be a breakup though. So like if you are in a relationship with the lovers in reverse, it could be a breakup, especially with the ace of cups in reverse. Like you guys may become like confident and desiring to really just be single, bachelor, bachelorette vibes. Like I'd rather just do it on my own. Sure, I like company, companionship and all, but like I can trust me to do what I need me to do. So it's one of those two. What is that? You can't even read it. This is you couldn't tell me you know how some oh, I can't read that. All right, so anyway, yeah, I think you guys will also be ignoring the naysayers during this time. So it may be like a burst of optimism that comes in throughout the year for y'all, where you guys become a lot more quick-witted, maybe learn from the information that you have. You're able to disperse it a lot faster. Like I said, your voice has either more conviction or it just comes off as maybe more persuasive or comes off as more charming, charismatic, more electrifying. People just want to hear it. You know what I mean? So this could even be like, say you were a rapper, you turn into a singer or a poet or a writer, or say you were a painter, you turn into maybe a muralist, or I mean, that's still the same thing. Or say that you're, I don't know, but it's like it's gonna be like an evolution of a sense of a skill set that you already have, and it's gonna turn into something else. It's gonna be like y'all change y'all social media into something else. Like maybe you just post your regular pictures, family. Then they maybe like throughout the year you turn into social media creator or something like that. You know what I mean? Or you start up a business, or you know what I mean? Like maybe you were just babysitting, but then next thing you know, I'm running a babysitter business or a daycare or something. You get what I'm saying? So something like that. You guys are gonna be learning something from the ground up and learning how to use it to your advantage. All right. So it could be done with a Virgo, Sag, um, Gemini, Libra, Cancer, Virgo, Libra, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, I did say Sag. Yeah, I did. I did. I know y'all be going on trips. I said that too, trips or traveling. Usually these are broad distance travels too. So this could be like across the world, across the country. I don't know, whatever would be long for y'all. All right. So let me see. Major changes coming your way. 2026, Gemini. Gemini. Oh, damn, I forgot. I forgot the one card. So it's all good. Next go round. All right. So Gemini. Major changes for 2026. Okay, partnership. Some of y'all could be marriage, but if not, it'd be a significant partnership for y'all this year. We got, oh, it's gonna be a big deal. It's gonna be a meaningful partnership for y'all. So even if it's not marriage, it's a partnership that'll probably be in your life for a while, or a partnership that will leave a lasting memory or a lasting image or something like that. They're gonna be healing to y'all. So we got Jupiter, so it could be Pisces, Sag, or Libra. All right, but this year y'all have an expansion with partnerships. So you guys may be very likable. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. What they were saying, because I was confused. I was like, what was they talking about? Oh, okay. So anyway, yeah, it'd be expansion when it comes to relationships. Also, you guys could be having more. Yeah, you're right. I like when you said that. Who said that? Who said that? LMJ. I like that. Anything over 45 minutes is considered long distance for a homebody like me. I'm with you on that because I feel that way too. Like anything out of like for real, I ain't gonna lie. Anything, yeah, over 45 minutes, I'm done. Like if it take me that long, I'm like, yeah, that's a long distance. I'll see you when I see you. You know what I mean? Or we kind of meet in the middle or some shit. You feel me? Like that do be a. I don't know why I feel that way. Even when I lived in like a larger state, because like I'm in a smaller state relatively, like the second small state. So like in terms of like travel, it really don't take more than like 2 hours to travel the whole state up from north to south. And from east to west, it only take you about an hour, hour and 10 minutes. You know what I mean? So it don't really take too long to go through Delaware. But I just don't feel like riding too far. When I was in Colorado, 45 minutes is like the norm for a ride because you just, you know what I mean? It's a big city, it's a big state. You know that it's going to take a little while to get wherever you're going to go. But here, I don't know. Once I got here, I just feel like, yo, I'm not going that far. Like if people be like from here to a place called Smyrna may run me like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I'm like, hell no, I'm not going through two cities or two towns to get there. Fuck no. I'll just figure it out. You know what I mean? And Smyrna's not that far, but I just don't want to. So anyway, what I was saying, so partnerships, friendships, expansion on these things. There's also going to be a lot of opportunities for you guys to grow in general through business. So like people in general will like you, so you'll be getting a lot of different opportunities to do joint ventures, maybe to come to create businesses or have business endeavors or business joint ventures with other people, stuff like that. Anyway, you're going to heal insecurity that you guys may have had around maybe your abundance. You know what I mean? So maybe you didn't feel like you had enough money. It could also be around your philosophy, the way you see the world, like, and you in it, that's going to change. Like the partners that are coming into your life, these are going to be partners who bring harmony back into your life. They bring balance back into your life. They bring peace into your life. They bring healing all together, but they bring a lot of other things into your life, like different perspectives, different ways of being. They help you grow. They're good luck charms. So like, you know, you just, they kind of pick you up out the muck. They make you feel more optimistic about life. So you'll be having a lot of different experiences with people. They could be friends, they could be romantic. So that's going to be the major change for y'all. So you guys maybe some of y'all just may be a lot more socially liked in general. You know what I mean? Just by people in general. It could be romantic, but it could just mean like people are just nice to you. Like when you go to the corner mark, maybe they don't charge you for certain stuff. Maybe they give you free stuff. Maybe when you notice that you go to, I don't know, a restaurant, they give you extra. You know what I mean? Like you go to Texas Roadhouse, they give you the extra rolls or some shit. Well, those are free, but you know what I mean? Maybe they give you some for to go or something. Like people just will like you. That's one thing you guys will notice this year. So you guys will get over that insecurity, maybe of putting yourself out there, or get over the insecurity of connecting with people. You'll have a lot of people that want to relate with y'all. Yeah, we got the strength here now. Upright. Queen of Wands. You guys are getting your confidence back. Stella. Stella. Fucking Stella. Y'all is back. We got Queen of Wands. That's Stella to me. Yeah, bounce back. You get your glow. You look like something again. Damn, where you been? One of those. So this could be you guys popping back out again soon. All right, especially with the Seven Wands, you guys be impressive this year. All right. Very impressive, especially with the strength and the Queen of Wands. You guys could be maybe physically getting stronger. You guys could be having a lot more self-restraint, knowing how to like keep yourselves from like doing dumb shit. You know what I mean? Because I got the Emperor here too. So you got this year, you guys will be somebody to be admired. And you'll be attracting very attractive partners or very appealing partners or very important people will be coming into your life this year. So you guys will be doing business or joint ventures with important people, whether managers, bosses. This could include I'm not gonna say, I mean, maybe it is. If it's a job or some shit like that, then it would be like you guys are outperforming your coworkers this year. This year it'd be a year where you guys are like really excelling and seeing results and getting gains and getting your foot. If you were trying to get into, say, an industry or into a job or into a career or a field, this year you guys are getting your foot in the door. You know what I mean? You guys are putting up more of a fight. So like if you were like in a period in your life where you felt like, this is over, you guys are getting your fight back, getting your glow back. Like, I'm not done yet. This could be like a second win for some of y'all, 2026. You just may notice that a lot of people, like I said, have either a lot more faith in you or they're boosting your confidence. So you have a lot more faith in yourself. Or you're just gonna have a lot of like lucky opportunities that come your way. Some of y'all could even be getting into a house or dealing with like real estate, mortgages, or dealing with like large corporations or companies like that because of the emperor. People who have been established for a long time, or you're working with people who have been in an industry where they've been established for a long time. That's gonna be a big change for y'all. Or if you're not, I mean, you're gonna work with them too. But even if you're not like per se working with them to get to it to that part, you're that person, and then you're still working with those same type of people, like those upper echelon, higher, you know what I mean, higher achieving people. That's what I'm noticing. Because Seven of Wands is here. Also, some of y'all are breaking an addiction or overindulgent pattern that you may have had. Because I got the Devil in reverse and the Seven of Cups. So you guys may stop drinking, smoking, I don't know, oversexing, watching porn, whatever addiction may be for you, or whatever. It could be overeating, overspending. It could be anything. It could even be like codependency, like depending on other people. Like codependency could be also like some people don't post on their social media because they're worried about how other people may perceive them. Like, what if I'm in somebody's group chat? What if people are laughing or joking at me? What if people are saying this, that, and the third? That's a codependency because it's not allowing you to be who you are because you're basing it on other people valuing it. So that's like a dependency. So if they didn't say it was nice, then you may not like it. You know what I mean? You guys are getting out of that energy. If they didn't say like that's the right way to do it, then you won't do it. You know what I mean? So I get you guys are able to indulge, but you guys are learning how to indulge. Because we got the Devil reverse and we got the strength upright. So that means that you guys are overcoming addictions, overcoming negative patterns, overcoming just maybe negative self-talk, overcoming something that was tying you down for a long time. So it could just be getting out of maybe materialism. Maybe you guys were too materialistic and that could have held you down, which could be like overworking, spending money on stuff that you don't really want to impress other people. It's a lot of different things that happen with that, but the insecurities are being held, I mean, are being healed when it comes to your abundance or to your mindset, all right, or when it comes to your philosophy of life, the life that you choose to live. So you're gonna have a big change in your lifestyle, all right, where you guys maybe want to be seen more, be interacting more, be social more. People just kind of like notice you more. Like you can't be missed this year. This year, you guys are gonna be on a little hot streak for real, overcoming a lot of the challenges that you faced last year and like flying, passing them with flying colors. So it won't be an issue for y'all anymore. Also, you'll be having trouble, you know, because I did say y'all be dating around. Some of y'all may not really know what y'all want when it comes to relationships this year, because you may have the opportunity to date like the higher level people or people who you really desire or people who make you feel really desired. So you may be able to have like some of the best partners if you're single. But even if you're not, I guess you can still do it. Do what you want to do. Who cares, right? It's because that may be a philosophy that you take on where like date them all, sis, date them all, bro. That may be a philosophy you take on because it could have been an insecurity, especially with the devil here in reverse. This just also means that you guys are putting yourself on a pedestal, a self-imposed pedestal. But it'll also be one that people agree with too because of the Queen of Wands and the Emperor. People agree with that. You know what I mean? They'll be doing a lot to try and impress y'all this year. You'll be impressing people just in general with like how strong you are, how bold you are, how courageous you are, how charming and pleasing or persuasive you are, all those things. So you'll be like winning people over. You'll win people's heart this year. All right. Also, there's going to be a level up. It could be in your material gains, or it could be a level up in like just maybe status in general, because the seven wands are level up. Any sevens are level up. So it's a level up in and your devotion, a level up in your energy, a level up in your tenacity. You know what I mean? So you guys stop giving up on shit. You really put the fight, the effort in. You know what I mean? You guys stand up for yourselves a lot more too. So it ain't gonna be no more of that like backing down or like shying away when you really should be shining, like shining, or what is it? No shying away when you really should be standing out or something like that. All right, because the emperor is somebody that people respect and admire, and so is the queen of wands. So you're going to be somebody like that, or you're going to be interacting with people like that who are going to boost your confidence because you're going to be in union or in partnership with them. You know what I mean? So like maybe you didn't feel that way, but they see this in you, so it's going to be like a mirror where they're like, "Hey, you are like me. We're like the same. I view you in that light." You know what I mean? So that's a major change. This could also be somebody who takes y'all very seriously too, romantically. Y'all could get married, because I did say that with the seventh house in the very beginning. So y'all may get married if you decide to, or I don't know. We'll see how it all play out. What else you guys need to know? You guys could also be getting some higher education or dealing with like maybe otherworldly information. So like maybe like foreign politics or some shit like that. Or it says life is so full of delusion. I mean, life is so full of illusions. Use your discernment. And yeah, basically this year you guys won't be you guys will be able to see through the illusion or see through facades. You guys will have more clarity, but also not feeling like you're alone, feeling tapped in. So it's a spiritual awakening that a lot of y'all gonna be going through for real, Gemini. All right, so it could be done with a Leo, Cancer, Sag, Aries, Libra, Pisces, Scorpio, Libra, Taurus, Capricorn. Could be done with these signs. Yeah, y'all can be dealing with either some baddies or you guys would be considered the baddies. All right, you may start like to channel your inner baddie, especially with that Chiron or Chiron. Especially with that, you could be channeling that because it was an insecurity or a wound that you've been dealing with for a while. You guys are finally working through it, or somebody's coming into your life to help you heal it. You know what I mean? They'll get you back out there in the spotlight again. Okay, so Cancer. Let's look and see. Cancer. 2026. What was it? 2026. Oh, major changes happening. Okay, so you guys start getting comfortable with the routine schedule this year. All right, you guys also become a lot more assertive or a lot more aggressive, territorial over things that you care about. Also, you guys may be creating closer partnerships or bonds with coworkers. We got sixth house here. So people who see you regularly this year will be becoming a lot more bolder, a lot more confident around you guys. Or you guys are going to be feeling a lot more bolder, a lot more assertive and confident because of the people that you interact with daily. They may boost you up a lot. They may push you to be better. You know what I mean? So a major change is you guys either connecting with colleagues, coworkers, or people who you see regularly and creating a closer bond where you feel protective and territorial over each other and you guys take the lead or take charge for each other, stand up for each other. Like it's one of those, like I got your back, like you got my back. So that's a major change that's gonna happen for some of y'all. Like you guys don't have to necessarily be on your own even though you guys may feel comfortable being on your own. I feel like because really this is giving an indication that you guys may really be on your own, but it'll be like people who will be around to be like maybe your own family, a family that you forged though. So this could be coworkers, colleagues, or people you see regularly. They become like family. So people who see you often, they like, oh, I feel comfortable, you know what I mean, showing up for you in this way or doing this for you. All right. Also, it's because the six houses here. This means that you guys are getting more comfortable taking care of your health, taking care of your fitness, your diet, your nutrition in general, doing maybe checkups. Maybe you're going to the doctor more. Maybe you guys are fasting or just eating differently, which is part of diet. But I get you guys wanting to be more active this year coming up. So you may not see it coming because the Cancer energy sometimes can make you feel like complacent, comfortable. But you guys this year, you guys may be like really into taking care of your physical body. Some of y'all may get into sports or like training, maybe boxing, kickboxing. I don't know. I was gonna say yoga, but yoga's not really it. But it could be anything. It could be training of some sense. It could be weight training. It could be anything. It could be Pilates. It could be yoga. I say yoga. It could be anything. It's something that's gonna be active. This year, you guys are gonna want to be active. You know what I mean? You guys could run marathons. You guys could, you know what I mean? I don't know. Just get you getting active. That's gonna be a big thing for y'all this year. All right. So some of y'all may become like fitness influencers or some shit like that, or become like, I don't know, something that people get used to seeing regularly and like they enjoy seeing it. All right. They get comfortable, get used to seeing you around. All right. Five of Cups. So you guys will start accepting yourselves this year. Start accepting it like, stuff that's already happened. So you guys will learn how to grieve or process sadness, frustration, anger. You guys are learning how to do that. And we got Three of Cups now. So you got friends that are coming in to help you guys stay present, stay within the moment. So these would be friends that probably help you out. So like if you're, I know sixth house has to do with fitness and all that and like taking care of yourself. And the moon does too, has to do with taking care of your personal needs, getting closer to like the ones you love, also feeling at home with self. So there's gonna be this year is gonna be one of those where you guys gonna be feeling at home with self. Also, you guys are dropping some type of familiar pattern when it comes to relationships or romance, or when it comes to connecting to people. You guys are gonna be breaking some type of family pattern with that, whatever family pattern you may have had. It's just like you guys are breaking out of your comfort zone with the Aries and the moon energy. So you may be having these spurts where you may do like a routine, a schedule, or be consistent in something, and then you just break out for a while and go do something that you want. So maybe you guys are working really hard, being really diligent, and then you guys go out and just have fun a lot more. Because I do get you guys like having fun, socializing, having a friendships, networking, connecting to people, getting outside. So I know cancers are known for being in the house and for being loners, or not really, but they do be lone. All right, so that's what I was getting. So that's gonna be a big thing. Your physical health is gonna be a big thing for y'all. All right, next major change. 301. Some of y'all may be wanting to travel, or like there's a desire to get out from maybe your hometown, or like to explore. Because we got 301s and the 301s in reverse and the page of wands. Yeah, so maybe your environment or your job or something like that. You guys may get creative this year. You guys may want to venture out, want to explore, want to see different things. You know what I mean? So you guys are probably going at maybe at a distance, maybe. But I really get you guys like getting out, maybe hiking, maybe I don't know, just wanting to be more free spirited, wanting to just see what else life has out there. Like you guys are learning to expand your horizons. So that's gonna be a major change for y'all. You guys are no longer like, so you know what it is, you guys may be in more of an energy where what is it, nothing, it's almost like nothing is ever good enough. So like you're gonna always want to see more and more, or always feel that better is coming. So you may have more of an optimism about like better is coming. You know what I mean? And also you guys will stop letting either friends or close partners, family, or people, or even close acquaintances, colleagues, or whoever, you'll stop letting them like deter you from having experiences that you want to have. So maybe you want to, I don't know what you want to do, but like little experiences that you want to have, you'll stop letting them limit you or hinder you from trying it. Because this year you'll be wanting to try your hand at stuff, creative ventures, passions, maybe business ideas you had. You guys will be going forward with that. Page of Wands is like somebody who's optimistic and believes in themselves, even if they don't really have all the full information or the full picture. It's like I'm willing to. I'm courageous. I'm brave. I can do this. I believe in me. So like you're gonna be going through that. That fifth, I mean, that five of cups is a self-acceptance, and then it brings in new friends, connections with people who feel like family. You know what I mean? They help you get over a hindrance or a blockage that you had in your life, or like a short-sighted goal that you may have had. These are people who help you expand and see more and want more for yourself. So 2026, that's going to be the major what you call for y'all. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, man. We got a little family issue. I got to check and see. And she asked if you. Okay. Oh no. All right. So anyway, also you guys be getting invites to parties. So like you guys may have more of a social life, more like activities that you guys are getting engaged in. Maybe where at one time you guys felt like I can't do that. You were pessimistic about it. It says there are some things money can't buy, like manners, morals, and integrity. And then the angels are healing you. So these would be healing connections that are coming into your life, or people who feel like guidance or feel like guides to you, spiritual guides to you. They'll be there for you in times when you didn't even know that you needed them. It says the time has come for you to get everything your ancestors were denied. So that's usually meaning that you're breaking a karmic cycle or karmic pattern, or like responses, emotional responses that were shared familiar, like so family, friends, colleagues, whatever responses, emotional responses y'all may have had to, let's say, shame, guilt, sorrow, regret, embarrassment, whatever responses y'all may have like equally shared, you guys are breaking that this year. All right. And you know, having a different outlook on the world, you know what I mean, where you guys are maybe more curious, more adventurous, and like wanting to see what else is out there for me. You know what I mean? So that's good. It says celebration is on the way. So that's good. You guys are definitely be in a more party goer, celebratory type of energy. You know what I mean? Connecting with a lot of different people. Some of these could be people from like at a distance, foreign people or something like that, or just people who maybe are younger or just have a lot of energy. Because that's what you're gonna have this year, a whole lot of energy and like the desire to just get out and do stuff and be seen or interact, connect. That's gonna be a big thing for y'all. All right, so it could be a Cancer, Virgo, Aries, Scorpio, Aries, Cancer, Virgo, Gemini, Aries, Leo, Aries or Sag, Pisces, Sag, Aquarius. All right. Yeah, you guys may be doing foolish or reckless stuff to people because it may look like you guys are being immature. People may feel like, why haven't you grown up? Who cares? Who cares? Just do what you want to do at this time. All right, so Leo, let's look at him. Oh, what's up there, Lenta? All right, so Leo, major changes coming your way. Thank you, Kwani Brooklyn. All right, so Leo, major changes coming your way, 2026. Let's see. All right, so we got Mercury. So that's usually short trips. All right, and experiences where you learn something. We got North Node, definitely. Short trips and experiences where you guys are going to learn something. You guys are going to learn things in hindsight, but you guys are also going to learn things from communicating and socializing with others this year. So you may be becoming a lot more tolerant of other people, their perspectives, their way of living. You guys will be more of like an Aquarian way where you're like more detached. So you guys are going to be on that opposite end of your spectrum where you're going to be more detached, not taking things so personal, having thicker skin, you know what I mean? Like not being bothered by what would have bothered you before. So you guys may also becoming a little bit more prophetic or like able to see stuff before it happens. And it's usually because you're reading the pattern, especially with the Mercury energy. It could be because you guys are paying attention to pattern. Like you guys are really starting to like become a lot more perceptive, a lot more quick thinking, able to communicate things. Some of the stuff that you guys are learning or understanding is stuff that's ahead of your time. So that's going to be a major change for y'all. Y'all may be ahead of a curve in some way or have a learning curve over others because you guys may have a perspective that other people don't have. You know what I mean? Or you may have an understanding that other people don't have, which is good. So it's maybe you guys come up with something innovative, creative, or something that's just like authentic to you. So maybe you guys are learning how to write, draw, compose songs, maybe do graphic arts, maybe learning new technology, any of that it could be happening around this time. You know what I mean? Also, major changes that you guys may have more of a diplomatic approach with people. So you may be able to communicate to people in a way where it seems impersonal. It doesn't seem like you're attacking them, or you're able to like maybe reframe conversations with people where it doesn't feel like they're attacking you. You know what I mean? Where you may be more receptive, more of a listener, more attuned to the finer details during conversations and social interactions. Like you pay attention to mannerisms, you know what I mean? All these things, these are like things that are gonna be like a skill set or a tool to y'all this year. Like maybe you guys already had it, but this year you guys are gonna be fine tuning it and really starting to pay attention to like where things are going and like how things lead to where they are. What's up there, Tiffy? All right. Maybe become a little bit more friendlier too. So if you guys weren't the most social, I get you guys being a lot more friendly, talking a lot, you know what I mean? Learning stuff. Learning is gonna be a big thing. So there's a major change of like wanting to learn other people's maybe values or other people's beliefs or other people's ways of doing things. It's gonna be a desire to learn. You're gonna want to. I'm not gonna say explore, but you're gonna want to like learn and like just maybe be nosy, just be in people's business. All right, major changes in your life. Okay, okay. So major changes because we do got the death here that usually could mean a passing, but it don't gotta be. It could just be some of y'all could be a pregnancy because we got the death here with the queen with the empress in reverse. So could be pregnancy. You guys could be having like an unplanned pregnancy if you guys were expecting that. Seven of wands in reverse. Okay. So you guys may be kind of putting your responsibilities to the side this year. You may not really feel like working hard or like focusing on monetary gain as much. So I guess a major change for y'all would be like to find some because North Node could also be your soul's purpose. So you guys could be looking for something that gives you more meaning this year. You know what I mean? So you guys may not really be like, let's say, entertained by the stuff that you used to be entertained by. The stuff that used to be good to you no more. I mean, used to be good to you isn't good to you anymore. I don't know, the stuff that you used to feel like was worth the time, the energy, and investment. It doesn't feel like that anymore. So I get that vibe being here. Um, just you guys are looking for like where you're going where you feel called to go, or you're only going to do things that you feel called to do. So it's more of like I want something that feels more fulfilling. So this major change for y'all maybe like less, maybe like being less materialistic, being less focused on like what it costs or like, I don't know, how hard you have to work to get something, or you know what I mean? I kind of get you guys not focusing on money or not focusing on status, not being so vain, not being so, I don't know, like not like just finding where to put your time at, like not being so spread thin. You know what I mean? Especially just to maybe some of y'all just to look good or just to like have something like status or have something that others don't. I get you guys like not caring about that anymore and just maybe going where you feel passion, where you feel excitement, where you feel like there's growth, or where you feel like it has meaning because that Knight of Wands is there. So they go after anything that has meaning or anything that seems appealing, attractive, interesting, exciting, worth the exploration. So that's what you're looking for. This year is going to be a major change if you guys doing that. All right. And like being able to adapt to different changes. So you guys could be traveling a lot then with that Knight of Wands. You guys could be traveling, exploring, seeing other stuff, kind of like Cancer, traveling, exploring, seeing other things that you would want to see. And then some of y'all this year, y'all, this may be the year that some of y'all start taking advantage of your appearance. And that may be also getting you an easier lifestyle too. So like you may not be working as hard. You may be able to use your appearance or use your like more maternal features or more nurturing features, or I get like your appearance though. So you may be able to use your appearance to make money so you don't have to work as hard. That's what I was really kind of picking up here for y'all. Like you could be social and all and funny, but it's like I'm a lot more charming and bold and charismatic than the people around me. And I'm a lot more interesting or exciting to be around, yet I'm also down to earth. You know, it's like, and I'm not what people would imagine me to be. So you may be very attractive, very appealing. You may be very well off. You may be doing really good in a position or like status, either at your job or at a career or in a field where at the same time, you're also easy to connect with. People also feel like you're very personable. And that also would make you more money. You know what I mean? So you're not having to work as hard. You know, you just got to show up. You know, so this could be a job that some of y'all are getting where maybe you just got to show up. This could be like modeling, fashion, I don't know. It could just be any job, maybe security. It could be any job where you just got to show up and people are just excited that you're there. You could be doing this, social media in general, you know what I mean? But anyway, you guys will be getting um going towards where you guys are fated to be at. Any of these, and whether it be romance, whether it be work, career, any of that. Because we do got some romance with the Knight of Wands and the Empress and the Queen of Wands. So you guys could be dating around a little bit, you know, not really quite settling down at this moment or not feeling like you want to settle down. Because what y'all may be encountering this year, maybe a lot of partners who are codependent, who place you on a pedestal and want you to stay around and they'll be willing to do anything to keep you around. You know what I mean? So that's why I kind of feel like it's your appearance this year or your status this year. That's going to be like really the determining factor for how good your life is. All right. People will spoil you, spend on you. You know what I mean? Like I kind of feel like you don't have to work hard, and but you don't really care too much about the material. It's just gonna come. So you're gonna have more of a detached approach this year, where it's like it is what it is, and stuff just works itself out. You know what I mean? I mean, you are paying very good like detail to like what's going on and learning from it, but like for the most part, you're not like sweating the small stuff, which I know is not really a Leo trait. So that's where I guess that would be a major change. All right. So what else? Um, this could be like a time where you guys are getting good karma, major change. You know what I mean? Well, it says the older you get, the less you suffer fools gladly. So see, you guys aren't going to be putting up with the same bullshit you are. You guys are kind of recognizing what fights to fight, what fights not to fight, when to stand down, what's worth your energy or investment. You know, you guys will be knowing it. So you're not going to always be wanting to argue, fight, complain, bitch and moan about whatever. You're going to know which fights to fight about, what argues to argue about, which, you know what I mean, which grounds to stand on. You'll know this stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, so you guys may be around an older crowd of people or a more mature crowd of people too. It says what like you have 3,000 ancestors. So this could also be a larger following coming your way this year. All right. Or just more people coming around you guys that boost your confidence, following you, seeing you as a leader. You know what I mean? Because maybe you guys are maturing or growing up in a way where people admire you and respect it too. All right. So it could be done with Aquarius, Leo, Virgo, Aries, Scorpio, Libra, Taurus, Scorpio, Virgo, Gemini, Sag, or any Aries, Scorpio. Thank you so much. You stay blessed as well. Okay, so Virgo, let's look and see. Virgo. So 2026, major changes. Man, that's quick. All right. Confronting, confrontation, opposition. So this could be a change of approach. All right, you guys are gonna be starting things over. So I guess a major change for y'all could be a start over in your relationships and the way that you guys invite people into your lives. You guys are changing that up. So what you used to consider to be, let's say, a right or wrong way about maybe romance or dating or friendships or just what was considered to be equal give and take or reciprocal in partnerships, you guys are changing that approach. All right. So what's going to happen though, because we got opposition, this means that the changes that are going to happen around you are going to be reflected from what's happening on the inside of you. So your value system may change. You know what I mean? Your courting system may change. All right. So like romantically, what may have been like what you would have wanted people to do to court you, that's changing. You know what I mean? Or what people would have done to court you or be courted by you is changing. It's the same thing. I keep saying it that way. I don't know, but I guess that's going to be a big thing. All right. Some of y'all could also be going to schooling, learning, you know what I mean? Or maybe I would say changing majors or some shit like that, or something like that. You guys are gonna be doing something maybe more so in like hospitality or something more so in maybe becoming more hospitable to people. Like I really feel like you guys are learning how to get connected to people. You know what I mean? Or learning how to allow people into your lives. So you guys will have significant partnerships coming your way this year. Could be Libra, could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Don't gotta be. These could be people that you guys have similar interests with, go to school with. I don't know. Maybe you guys meet them when you first start somewhere. So maybe you start a new job, start a new hobby. Maybe you travel somewhere new. Maybe you move somewhere new. You know, maybe you're in just a new environment in general, and people there will find you to be relatable this year. So that's going to be a major change. All right, where you guys aren't going to be maybe as self-possessed or really focused on yourself. You'll be more so open to other people. All right, so that opposition means that you're about to see the opposite spectrum of your interactions with people, and so you're going to get to start all over again. Even if these were past connections, these will be brand new starts. You know what I mean? Where I'm getting to know you from the ground up. You know how you can deal with the ex, and maybe we ended off on a bad note, but then I see them again later, maybe years later, and I still kind of remember how we ended or how they were back then, but they're not like that now. You know what I mean? And you have to get to know them all over again without projecting on who you think they are because people do grow and people do change. So it's a possibility here. All right. But also, you guys maybe start focusing again on your physical body. All right. So there could be conflicts with your physical body. So I don't know what happens there. So just be aware. We got 10 of swords. This could be accidents, but it just, I mean, it could just be mishaps. It could be stress. It could be exhaustion. It don't have to really be like an accident. It could just be exhausting. With the 10 of swords, it could be anything. You know, but it's usually transmutable and healable. So what if it was an accident or something, it's healable. It's not something that's like life, you know what I mean, ending. It could be concerning, you know what I mean? So you may have people that come into your life. Let's say that you're not taking care of your health. People coming into your life will reflect that they're not taking care of their health. Let's say that you're not, I don't know, taking care of your responsibilities day to day. The people coming into your life will reflect these type of energies. So same thing. All right, you do have people wanting to make up with you though, because we got the Page of Cups and we got the Star and we got the Ten of Swords. So major changes gonna be happening. Some of y'all, this is gonna be your physical body, but it could also just be your personality because we do got the Star here. You guys may be talking a lot more. All right, people may be like turning their necks a lot more when they see you too. You may have more of a gentler like vibe to you, where like now people feel like they can warm up to you. Now people feel like they can be friendly with you. Now people feel like they can be social with you. You guys are letting down your like tough exterior, so maybe you guys were making things harder than what they needed to be, especially with the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Swords. This can be complexity, especially with the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords complexity too. Eight of Swords is difficulty, but it's because you're ignoring the warning signs or ignoring the pattern, the repeated issue. But with the Eight of Swords here, you guys are going to start becoming more perceptive of what your repeating issues or blockages are or hindrance are, and also the way that you talk to yourself. You guys stop being so critical or so harsh or so judgmental on yourselves, and because you're going to stop being that way with yourself, the people that come into your life are not going to be as harsh or like it's going to be more hospitable. So you won't be as like critical of stuff. Like if they do this, then I can't do that. If they do that, then I ain't doing that. And so you guys are getting out of that type of energy. You guys are gonna start feeling more at home with your body. So if it's not physically getting fit, if it's not like fasting, losing weight or some shit like that, or like working out or some shit, or dieting or something, if it's not like that, you're just gonna start feeling at home or feel comfortable with your body. You know what I mean? Where maybe at one time you felt like you were fat, maybe you felt like you were too slim, maybe you felt like you were too short, too tall, too, I don't know, anything, too old, too young. You'll get out of that energy. You know what I mean? You guys will stop thinking of the negative thoughts, and the storyline that you tell yourself about yourself is going to change this year. So you guys will be a lot more pleasant to be around. It'll be a lot easier to connect with people. They'll be a lot more like they'll show their best traits to you. So you don't even have to like nitpick about like what you think they should be doing, how they should be doing. They'll just show their best traits because you're showing up in that same light. You know what I mean? You're showing up as maybe more playful, more cordial, friendly. You know what I mean? Like showing that you admire people. You may a lot of people may have a crush on y'all this year too. Because you got the Queen of Wands, the Star, the Page of Cups. These are crush energies. So people be infatuated with y'all this year. So this could even mean that some of y'all, after a hard or trying time, some of y'all become famous or become like well known, very popular, maybe in the public eye this year. I don't know, maybe you guys go viral, some shit like that, or just get a lot of like recognition. But it could be for your appearance. Like maybe some of y'all look younger than your age, so like you may be really taking care of yourself this year, or it's just that you're not letting yourself get tied up in other people's mess anymore, get tied up in other people's like worries or their thought processes, or like not being maybe intimidated by like rejection or wrong, like being wrong or like something like that, like mistakes and shit. You guys are like learning to forgive yourselves for the stuff that maybe you felt you should have did, you could have done. Like, you know what I mean? So this year, that's gonna be a big change for yourself because you guys will start believing in yourselves a lot more. All right. You may also start seeing people imitate you because that opposition means that people are going to mirror you. They're going to reflect back what you do to yourself. So if you're loving yourself and you're being less critical and less harsh on yourself and you're talking to yourself in a positive light, then the people that come into your life are going to be speaking to you in that same light because you're going to also be giving it to them too. All right. So these are tests that are showing up this year. You're going to have a lot of different tests to like try to do something different, to do something new. All right. So thank y'all so much for the likes, y'all. It says be open and to receive and watch the universe provide. So that's what's going to happen. You're going to have people around wanting to share with y'all. You could be doing joint ventures, deals, negotiations, contracts. Some of y'all may have a big contract signing that y'all going to get into or something like that. Some of y'all also a major change. I don't know if it's a big thing for y'all, but maybe y'all have a friend or I don't know, somebody you know who's locked up, they may be getting out, or somebody you know that was in a difficult, tight situation, they could be getting out of it. All right. I don't know. I think that's about it. And coming to some type of agreements. It says don't go broke trying to look rich. So you guys may be a little bit more frugal this year, not overspending, not living above your means or above your budget. You know what I mean? Just like making yourself look good, but like not doing too much. I think it's the simple pleasures this year that's really gonna be a major change for y'all. You know what I mean? Maybe being able to like have like maybe not be so constricted. So like if it's not being like not be so constricted or not be so like confined to the expectations of others or who they expect you to be. You know what I mean? That energy, you're breaking yourself free of that. And so that just kind of makes life a little less stressful, a little less worrisome for y'all. You don't have to deal with the same internal conflicts that you were dealing with. All right. So it's probably like no, like it may be like people may feel like they're getting to know you all over again. You know what I mean? You may be getting to know yourself all over again, but people may feel like they're getting to know you all over again. Like there's a big change to you. It could be in your appearance, but it could just be like in your personality, this energy, this aura that you're radiating. All right. So we got Sag, Gemini, Pisces, Aquarius, Cancer, Libra, Taurus, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Gemini, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be these signs you'd be interacting with during this time. Or those could be the seasons when all this happens next year. Okay. It's the best advice so far, not being frugal, but on a budget. Yeah, that's right. Knowing when to spend that money and how to spend it. That's what's important. Okay, we on Libra. Libra, major changes coming for you guys. 2026. Major changes coming for you guys in 2026. We got North Node. Okay, that's always good. All right, so that could be taking you guys towards your calling. This could be like any of the experiences that you have with the North Node means that you're fated to be there. You're meant to be there. And you get a lot further if you're paying attention to the signs. All right. So some of y'all are going to school, training, or you guys are starting over somewhere. Maybe you guys are moving somewhere, or you guys again getting reorientated with yourself again because we got Chiron and we got the Earth. All right, so you guys are working through some deep-seated wounds, vulnerabilities, insecurities, weaknesses that you may have feared it. I mean, felt like you had. You guys are working through those. For some reason, I wanted to say this: the world is your stage. So you guys may be like feeling like you're on the spotlight in a way, or feeling like you're being seen in a certain light, or something like that this year. All right. You may get a big call from somebody. I don't know. You get a call from somebody that's going to be important to y'all. I've just seen the judgment once with the death and the moon. So this could be also like a situation that you guys were kind of wondering how it would turn out, or what would turn out. You guys are getting out of that worry of like worst case scenarios. That's a major change for y'all. So like not thinking about like the worst of what could happen, not being afraid of uncertainty, not being afraid of vagueness, not being afraid of other people's judgment. You know what I mean? You guys are getting out of that energy. You know what I mean? So that's why I feel like you guys are getting back to knowing yourselves, or getting to know yourselves on a grounded level, on a more practical level. All right. So this could even include like stuff that you used to feel guilty for. You guys are washing yourself free of that. So that's also going to reflect in your physical body when you let go of guilt, shame, regret, resentment. That's going to show in your physical body. All right. So what else? Nine of Pentacles. There we go. Looking good, looking clean, dapper, attractive. All right, this could also be an inheritance, or like inheriting money, status, fame, recognition, attention, being able to take better care of yourselves, becoming more self-sufficient. You know what I mean? I get that. We got the sun here. Definitely be this year, you guys be looking good. So if you're not physically getting fit, or taking care of your physical body in some way, or feeling at home with your physical body, then you guys are just dressing it up really nice. You know what I mean? So you guys could be changing your style of dress, changing your wardrobe around, you know what I mean? Like only, and I would say becoming a lot more financially responsible with your finances. You guys aren't going through the same hardships that you guys used to go through. We got Ten of Swords in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse. So you guys aren't going to be, also you guys will be breaking a certain pattern when it comes to relationships. You guys may not be dating for superficial pleasures anymore, or dating for the superficiality, like having the unrealistic expectations when it comes to relationships. Because that Knight of Cups is what do you call it? The Knight of Cups is they're frugal. I mean not frugal, they're fickle, but also some timing, which is the same thing as fickle. So you guys are like that's a change where you guys are like no longer putting up with that type of energy, or you guys are no longer expressing that type of energy, where you guys are genuinely trying to get to know people on a deeper level, because you guys aren't necessarily pressed about a relationship. Like relationships or connecting with a partner isn't going to be like the highest thing on the totem pole for y'all, which is a rarity for Libra, because Libras always want to be in love. They always want to have a partner. They always feel like they need to have somebody. So that's not going to be a big thing on your mind. Some of y'all, it's going to be a big thing that's going to be on your mind could be creativity, artistry, your actual image, your appearance. It could be like creative projects, ventures, stuff that you want to get into, passions that you want to like follow. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I think you guys are getting more into those, and like if you had creative passions that you guys may have pushed to the side, you guys are going back to them. You know what I mean? Like engaging in stuff that felt like maybe a pastime, or stuff that you really enjoyed, whatever that may have been. Let's be like maybe you used to like going to the beach, maybe you used to like clamming, maybe you used to like just doing your hair, maybe you used to like, I don't know, anything. Maybe you like volunteering at the pet center or something. You know what I mean? You'll be doing things like that that make you feel connected, but on a more emotional level, or like make you feel more connected to maybe nature, or feel more connected to like the world around you. You'd be wanting to find, it's like it just gives you a sense of like I can indulge in this for myself, is what I'm saying. So it's just going to be like a you wanting to do stuff that really fulfills you, that really makes you feel good or content, or makes you feel, I don't know, just comfortable, fulfilled, I guess. You know what I mean? It's really just giving that, you know what I mean? Like this again, it kind of gives us simpler pleasures, but I do get some overindulgent type of energy. So you guys may be spending up some money, buying some stuff that you really want. With the Nine of Pentacles, you could be buying some stuff that you guys really want, especially with the Sag, and I mean with the Temperance energy. You guys could be moving, traveling, exploring large, like long distance places, or going to like foreign tropical places. So that may be a major change for y'all. Like maybe you've never left your hometown, maybe you've never left your state, maybe you never left your country, maybe you never left your region. It's like that. Like, you know what I mean? You guys are like expanding or exploring your horizons. You know what I mean? Where you felt you couldn't, or felt you weren't able to, I can now, because the sun is here too. So whatever like hangups that you guys were dealing with, whatever minor annoyances you kept experiencing, they're not going to bother you anymore. In fact, you may start to see them as like either inspiration, or start finding ways to use these things. So you'll find ways to transmute anger, aggression, frustration, resentment, shame, guilt, embarrassment, all those ranges of emotions that you may feel, you guys are learning how to use those. And so you may use them for art or for like, who somebody just said painting. So you may use them for like painting, drawing, making music. What I mean? You may come up with businesses or proposals that like come from experiences that you've seen either yourself experience and have an issue with, or you've seen other people experience and come out and like mess up with. So some of y'all may like turn into like a protector or turn into like want to be like other people's saviors for it's like where I see that like you went through this so that you don't have to go through what I went through. I'm about to start like stepping up. I'm about to start expressing myself or sharing of myself in this light so that other people can like, heal or other people can experience the good stuff or other people can have this same emotional fulfillment that I'm having. Like you may be in a generous spirit in a way after some of y'all have healed through whatever has been hindering you or hankering. I want to say hankering you. So whatever's been like weighing on y'all, after you guys work through that, you'll be able to show other people how to work through it. You know what I mean? And it'll become like a source of pride or a source of like happiness. All right. So what else is coming in way? Major changes for y'all. Major changes. You guys will, if you guys are like, I mean, you may not really be focused on romance, but you guys will be dating around. I'm saying that you will be dating around. You guys could be fickle. So maybe once you're into the relationship, you're like, all right, I'm done with this. I don't want that. Like you may really just enjoy being single. I really get that with the Nine of Pentacles and the Sun and the Ten of Swords. You may just be tired of the games, tired of the humdrum, tired of the bullshit, and just like, when I want affection, I want affection. When I don't want it, I don't want it. You guys would be okay with that, like comfortable, confident, alone. It's not like you're never really alone though. That's where everybody gets wrong. You're never really alone. When you're alone, when you don't really build any connections or relationships with other people. Like right now, my mom's going through something, and I just realized we was looking through her phone, and we realized she don't socialize outside of work. She just go home, go to work. You don't have a life, man. You got to get a life. You got to be around people. I had a family member. Like, I think it's a family trait for me. So I'm about to give you a little vent session for a second. So sit with me for a brief second. So in my family, I realized this. It ain't just like one or two of them. It's a lot of them. It's like majority of them. And I understand why, because like in Delaware, back in when they were raised, it was like almost like a Jim Crow season, and there was like 13 of them. I grew up in a large family, so it was, like during that time in Southern Delaware, there was the Klan, there was like a lot of racist factions, and for a lot of Black children living in a household where maybe mom and dad are always at work, that could be dangerous. You could die because that was happening a lot down in Sussex, where they were from at that time. So they grew up in a lot of different trauma of like feeling like you can't trust people. You know what I mean? So they weren't the most social. And that was something I had picked up over time. But as I do this more and more, and as I go out into the world more and more as normal, I noticed that like that's not who I am. So that's like a family response of like not being social, of not wanting people around. So that's that. And I also was reading that that's a mental illness of not wanting to be social and having social awkwardness or social anxiety, because we should be wanting to be friends with people, not necessarily friends, but we should be wanting to connect and cooperate with each other, because that's how we're going to get further in life. That's how anything was ever built here as humans, with a cooperative effort of others. So that's just natural for us. So when we don't want to connect with other people, they say that's a mental disability or a mental sickness, mental ailment, you know what I mean? Socially awkward, because we are social beings by nature, you know what I mean? So I'm just sharing that with y'all because that's something I noticed in my family, that they're not the most social. They don't like being around people. There's always a negative and like connotation when it comes to connecting to people they don't know. You know what I mean? So you guys are getting out of that energy, but it's like more of like a single. Like I'm happy that I'm able to be like free and like I'm enjoying my freedom. I'm enjoying my independence. You know what I mean? I can do for myself. You know what I mean? You guys be looking very attractive this year, or like just well put together. So you may, like I said, your dress, your code of like the way you dress, the way you take care of stuff. Also, a major change to be coming out would be people who always wanted to tell you how they really feel will be telling y'all how they really feel. All right. And it says there are no secrets that time does not reveal. So yeah. So people who have always wanted to tell you how they feel will be telling you how they want to feel. They'll be breaking the ice to explain that. Even if these are past people, they'll be coming back to apologize. You guys would be happy to reconnect with them. They'll be happy to reconnect with you. Like insecurities or vulnerabilities or hurts that were like left lingering will be healed. And then we got angel number 888. This is a symbol of abundance. Money is about to appear in your life. So money is about to appear in your life. You know what I'm saying? Well, what I'm saying is like that. I'm giving you experience because that's my family. My family's like that. All of them, except for the ones that be in North Carolina, they're not like that. But like the ones that be in Delaware, they're like that. I was like, oh no, you know what I mean? And that the world is not like it was in 1954. It's not like it was in 1939. It's not like that anymore. It's similar in some ways, but not quite like that. So we don't have those same fears. You know what I mean? Like, case in point, a fear that my parents may have had when I was a kid was that they needed to name me Bernard so that way I'd be able to get a job and like people wouldn't think that I'm a black guy. You know what I mean? Because back then they thought that you needed to get a job in order to be able to make a living. You know what I'm saying? So they named me Bernard. They probably would have named me like a Deshaun or Tavante or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't because they was thinking, well, if we put Devontae on an application, he may not get a job. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know that I could create my own income because that back then that never existed. These realities never existed. So a lot of our fears, a lot of our hindrances, a lot of the annoyances that we go through are being projected on us from the people who came before us because of the lifestyle or the life choices or the experiences that they had. They make us believe it's our life too. And it's not. I don't have to live the way you live because I'm not going through those same struggles and worries. All right. You said what? It's still kind of true. You want to hire a Bukwana. I know, right? It is still kind of true because you be like Bukwana, but like I don't know. I'll still give him a chance. You know what I mean? They said they named you that because what? They named you that because Uncle Sam's middle name, and that was your mom's favorite name. I know. I'm just saying though. I was just saying, but like also like that was also part of it too because that's why Uncle Sam got that name. You know what I mean? All right. So anyway, Scorpio. Lana, when you see me on my pulpit, don't you come in here messing that up. All right, Scorpio. Let's see. So major changes for 2026. We got a lot of Aquarius energy and ninth house. So you guys gonna be having a lot of partnerships that are also gonna be life changing or mind altering. Well, not mind altering, but like your approach to the world and how you see yourself in the world is going to change, where you guys are becoming a lot less caring of the expectation of others. You guys could maybe become a little colder, but not really. You become a lot more social, a lot more optimistic, become more of a big deal to people in your environment. Some of y'all also be doing a lot of traveling international. Some of y'all may write a book or get into publishing, getting into studying maybe law or foreign topics or something like that. You may get into like maybe under like wanting to know about other cultures, exploring like that, or you know what I'm saying? It do right a Bukwana. Like what's a Bukwana? I was thinking like a iguana or some shit, like something you see down in Florida. They got wild Bukwanas running around out there. You know what I mean? Also, you guys may be a lot more opinionated this year. So, like, you know how you guys usually be kind of like laid back, quiet. I get you guys being a lot more opinionated. The major thing, though, a major change for y'all is going to be some type of big partnership with either a foreign company or with a large organization, a large corporation or a large, that's a large organization. It could be a corporation, but it's a large organization. Y'all may be doing some type of partnership or maybe a merger or coming together with somebody who's going to be a big deal in your environment. You know what I mean? This could be romantic. Maybe you guys are dating somebody romantically who's going to be a big deal in your part. They may not be your usual type. So some of y'all, they may be foreign, but if they're not foreign, they just may not be your usual type. Like they may be kind of distant, nonchalant. Maybe you like people who are really passionate, really like from the onset, like in love and like dangerously in love, like Beyonce and shit like that. This may not be that type of people, but these would be people who want you to be involved in like whatever they have going on. So like they want you to share a lot of experiences with them. So a major change is having more of a friend group, having more of a social group, having more of a network of people who see you as a big deal and want you to explore, want you to be like have more life experiences. You know what I mean? There's going to be a yearning or a hunger for more life experiences. So in general, you'll probably just be going outside more or like I said, traveling more, connecting with people more, and maybe more so like I did say foreigners. It may seem more, it seems like it may be more foreigners, but if not, it'll be people who just bring a lot more meaning into your life. So you may be forging friendships with people who will be in your life for a while, or forging friendships with people who will like give meaning to your life, where they'll leave a lasting impression. Even if it doesn't last forever, it'll leave a lasting impression. All right, could be dealing with an Aries, Aquarius, Sag. major changes coming your way. Some of y'all gonna get out from under the thumb of somebody, whether it's a mom, a dad, a manager, a boss. You guys are gonna be getting out from under the thumb of somebody who maybe you guys like felt like you needed to be self-sufficient, or who felt like they needed you to be self-sufficient or do more for them. You guys are getting out of those type of relationships. The relationships you guys are about to have are more equal based relationships, connections where your needs are being taken care of as well, or where people are putting you first. And it's going to happen because you guys are putting yourself first. So that's why you're going to get these type of connections. So that may be also the philosophy that comes because of the interactions that you're going to have. Because the ninth house means there's going to be a new philosophy that's going to be built. So this year, your major change is going to be a philosophy, but also standing up for yourself, which is still putting yourself first. So some of y'all gonna major change. Maybe you guys cut off your old friends. You know what I mean? Cut off some dead weight because we got 10 of wands in reverse, 3 of cups in reverse, and the strength. You guys may be figuring out I could do this on my own. So I feel like some of y'all are getting rid of dead weight or getting rid of people who aren't on the same page as you. You know what I mean? People maybe who envy you or silently compete with you, or people who like try to sabotage you or gossip or betrayed you or talk behind your back. That's gonna be a major change. You guys aren't gonna have to deal with those people anymore. You're gonna have a better network of people who genuinely want to help you up. And most likely these are people who are higher up when it comes to 11th house. These are people who are higher up. So these could be influencers. These could be they're influencers in general, even if it's not online. These are influencers in general. So like maybe you had like the dentist board on your side. Maybe you had like, I don't know, the parole board on your side, or maybe you had city council on your side or something like that. You may have a group of people like that on your side this year. All right. And I was kind of picking that vibe up. Like you guys are getting rid of an old friend group or an old social circle, and you guys are creating a new social circle. You're being included into a newer social circle, a higher echelon of friends. So these could be maybe wealthier, because we do got the emperor here, wealthier, more established people, or maybe like an older tribe of people. You know what I mean? Like they're maybe older, more mature. They don't have to be older. They could just be more established. Like say you're a millionaire, then you're gonna be around millionaire friends or billionaire friends. You get what I'm saying? Like you're gonna be around people who are in the class that you're trying to get into or into the level that you're trying to get into. So more affluent people is the vibe I'm picking up this year for y'all. So you guys may meet them on during trips, travels, just experiences through other people. Like you'll meet a lot of different people this year through other people. That's gonna be a change for y'all. Because like the Five of Swords in reverse means that you guys won't be as standoffish. You guys won't be as like critical or skeptical of people. You'll be more open to talking and communicating because it's not like the pattern with these people that I once experienced. So like my old friends who really didn't like me, and the reason I was feeling like I needed to guard myself or protect myself or be standoffish is because the people I had around me were betrayers or people who I couldn't really let my guard down with. But now that I've gotten out of that social circle, I'm in a new social circle with people who are probably higher up and don't see me as a threat. You know what I mean? So you'll be with people who don't see you as a threat and don't feel intimidated by you. And you guys could be on the same level. They could be higher up, but or you could, or they could be on the same level. But usually with the 11th house, they're higher up and they're giving back to you. In which case, they're not going to be jealous of you. They're not going to see you as a threat because they're already where you would like to be at. So they're going to present an opportunity for you guys to either work together or do some type of joint venture, whatever it may be. It could be business. It could be anything that can to make you some money or whatnot. Who knows? It could be anything. Also, some of y'all may be getting a dog or a cat or a pet or something like that. Cause I just seen the strength and it kind of gave me dog vibes. So you could be getting a dog, pet, or something like that. Or you guys are just like maybe starting to become a lot stronger this year. So this year, maybe you guys are weight training. Because the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who does take care of their body, maintain their body. So this year, you guys will be preserving yourselves, taking care of yourselves. And it could be because of the way that you watch other people not take care of themselves with the Five of Swords. It could be like those old friends that you were having or the old acquaintances you were having. Maybe they were kind of overweight. Maybe they weren't putting their best effort or best energy into it. Like you're cutting off dead weight this year coming up, is what I'm saying. And then the quality partners or the friends that you're going to have in your life are going to really take you to the next level. So I would say, hurry up and do that. Cut them people today. Cut them today. Block, delete, ASAP. These people are gone. Bring the new people in tomorrow. You know what I mean? Because you need a little day of rest. What it said there's only one thing that can make someone else change, their own realization that they need to do it. So you guys are going to stop taking on other people's responsibilities and allow other people to do their own work. You know what I mean? It says the older you get, the less you suffer fools gladly. So that's that too. And it says there are some things money can't buy, like manners, morals, or integrity. So, yep, you guys will be having people around who you can trust, people who you don't feel like you need to guard yourself from, or you know what I mean? it won't feel like you're always on the defense anymore. You know what I mean? That's a good thing for y'all. That's a major change this year. Y'all social circle is going to get larger and more useful, more beneficial. All right. So it could be done with Aquarius, Sag, Aries, Cancer, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, Leo, Sag. Okay. Yup, yup, yup. That was a good one for Scorpio. Let's see, Sag, Saggies. Okay, Sag. Let's look. Major changes coming for y'all. Ooh, it's gonna be y'all appearance. Alright. So y'all maybe like for like non-traditional traits about you, which doesn't always have to be with your physical appearance. Like not, I don't know, maybe you cut your hair differently. I don't know. I don't know. It could be your personality too. First house could be like your personality, your natural tendencies. You guys may have a breakthrough with that. Yeah, we got Lilith and Sass. So some of y'all gonna be dating around. Some of y'all, the major change for y'all could be like exploring, doing what you want when you want. Like maybe you guys weren't willing to like strike out on a limb and try shit. Maybe you guys weren't. Yeah, we got renewal. It's gonna be. It's gonna be also intense connections coming into your lives this year. All right. So this could be a renewal of past connections where you guys once had I don't know, maybe where they once had power over you, or like maybe you were like a partner who you felt like you couldn't do without is coming back into your life. The major change is that the dynamic has shifted between y'all. So it could be a Scorpio, it could be a Sag. You know what I mean? Like now you have the power, now you have the authority, now you have the upper hand. But even if it's not a past partner, or even in past, even if it's not a past partner, it could be past experiences that are coming back into your life, where you guys are now able to overcome them. Now you have the power, now you have the authority in those relationships or in these dynamics or situations. All right. So also, you guys may be traveling, going to different places. You guys may become a lot more bolder. I really get more of a vibe of like whenever I feel like doing something, I'm going to do it. So if you wanted to get on a trip, if you wanted to call out from work, if you wanted to cut your hair, if you wanted to, I don't know, just do whatever, you're going to do it this year. This year, if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. So you're going to feel more empowered just getting up and going, or you're going to feel more empowered just doing things how you want to do them and not doing them how other people would expect you to do them. All right. There are gonna be a lot of endings though, from like I said, endings from an old paradigm shift that you had, an old image of yourself is coming down with Pluto. That's what it means. It's a regeneration. Yes, it says people can't give you peace if you are at war, if they're at war with themselves. So you guys are no longer going to be at conflict with yourselves over what other people expect you to be or what other people want you to be, or no longer allowing other people to have control or more influence over you than you have over yourself. So you guys could be traveling maybe, or like what is it called? Rewiring your core beliefs. So like your core values, the things that are really important to you, life or death type of things, the things that like I'm not changing for anything because this is important. This keeps me alive. This gives me my sense of self or my sense of identity. These things you are changing for you. You're not changing it for others. You know what I mean? So there's going to be a big change that goes on in like your psychological, but also in your emotional response or your emotional, I want to say emotional response, but it's something else. It's an emotional. Mm, so I'm just gonna stick with emotional response, but it's really emotional something. The way that you can like interpret things, but I guess it's response. But it says people can't give you war. I mean, people can't give you peace if they're at war with themselves. So you may be like a spiritual teacher to people where you may be doing things that like are pleasing to you and they may be afraid to do, but they see you do it and now they feel empowered to do it. So you may be like an inspiration in that way, where like when I go after when Sag does something, I feel like we can do it too. We all can do it. So you may be boosting a lot of people's confidence. When you're around, a lot of people feel like they're capable of doing things that they weren't capable of before. This may be a big change. So some of y'all, this may be like putting y'all into like a leadership position, or you may be in a position where you're able to like just lead other people just by doing what you do naturally. Because we got seventh house, seventh chakra, which is your crown chakra. Mm, uh, throat, wait, throat, throat chakra. Okay, but anyway, it says happiness is not one thing, it's not one big thing, it's all the little things put together. All right, so you guys may be more tapped in. I think y'all just gonna be following your instincts. This may be like more primalistic, where like I'm doing this because I know that I need to do it or that I really want to do it, and it's like yielding you good results. You may just like notice you're on like a streak of luck. You just know where to be, the right time. You know what like what actions to take. You're just gonna start feeling really empowered, really confident, and really like have a strong sense of like belief. All right. I had to drop this little spaz last night though, throwing cheap shots. You got to let them know sometimes. See, Matt? It says happiness is not one big thing, it's all the little things put together. So crown chakra means that you guys are just gonna know. And it's gonna make you feel a lot more ambitious or feel a lot more adventurous, bolder. We got the world here. You guys are definitely gonna be exploring. You guys are exploring new connections, not really dealing with the past connections. We got two of cups in reverse, ace of swords in reverse, queen of wands in reverse. Those major changes is that you're not interested in those past people. That'd be the major change. Like maybe at one time you really wanted these people to work. Maybe you really wanted to like win these people over. Maybe you wanted the admiration or respect from these people. You don't want it anymore, or you won't need it anymore. Instead, the dynamic changes where they're going to be trying to get it from you. They're going to be trying to get your focus back on them. That's going to be a major change for y'all. Previous connections where you may have separated from people, cut them off. We couldn't get on the same page. There were power struggles. Sometimes it could be silent power struggles. Sometimes they were taking advantage of it. Sometimes our core beliefs or core values don't align with each other. Any of those, they may be taking on your core values and core beliefs. They may be changing just to try to be around y'all. That's the big major change, right? You guys may be coming off as a lot more argumentative, harder to impress. You know what I mean? Because you guys will be having a lot of different experiences that other people aren't having during this time or next year. So that's why it's going to be harder to impress. You know what I mean? You may be dating a lot of either attractive people, popular, confident people, or like higher up people at your job, or you're going to be in a position where, because the Four of Pentacles means that you're getting to the top of your field. So you may be, like I said, maybe management position or in a higher position, because the world is also here, which means that you're reaching some type of success or reaching some type of like recognition, and it also gives you a place. It makes you feel at home or at place, like in a place that you belong in. You may start feeling like you belong. Some of y'all, you may feel like you belong elsewhere, so you may just move, travel, like literally leave from wherever you are. You know what I mean? You may just feel called to do that. It's like, fuck it, I'm out of here. This ain't for me anymore, and just leave. Like people would be upset because of your horizon, well, because of the experiences that you're able to have. You may be really outgrowing a certain environment or outgrowing maybe a certain friend group or just outgrowing certain relationships and certain relationship needs that you once had. Like you may not need those same things anymore. Like maybe before you used to need a guy or a woman who flattered you. Maybe you needed a guy or a woman who gave you all their undivided attention. Maybe you needed a guy or a woman who was like maybe not so attractive or who was very attractive, or maybe you needed a guy or a woman who was like popular in the public eye, or you know, I mean, you won't need the same things that you once needed. Is the major change for y'all this year. Really, it seemed like all you need is you, and we can be on our way and we can go. I don't need anything else. I'm happy with what I got right here. All right. So it's gonna be a lot of untamed passion, a lot of like intensity that you guys will be experiencing this year. So it could be like anger, frustration, jealousy, but it could also be like lust, sex. Like I really feel like it'd be a lot of lust this year over y'all. Especially with the Queen of Wands, you guys may be having a lot of one night stands if you're into that. Because the Two of Cups is here and the Empress. I mean, because the Two of Cups is here, Ace of Wands, I mean Ace of Swords in reverse, and the Queen of Wands. And Lilith is taboo connections. So some of y'all major change is breaking up with somebody, you know what I mean, and maybe dating the other person if you were cheating or if they were cheating or something like that. Or I get that because the Queen of Wands and Two of Cups gives me like a third person party that could be happening here for some of y'all. You may be having a lot of options. So some of y'all may be dating like that, where you may have a lot of other partners or have a lot of people coming at you, or you're like your horizon, not your horizon. Well, I'm saying horizons are expanding, but it's like opportunities that I didn't see before are here now. So it's almost like people are showing up for the finished product, or people are now showing up because they see you. Maybe you're getting more attention. Maybe you're, I don't know, maybe you're saying more bolder things. Maybe you're saying stuff that you weren't saying before. It's all of that. You know what I mean? You become a secret desire to people. So yeah, okay. All right. So anyway, it could be but I just get you guys getting what you really desire this year, whether it be relationships, whether it be advancement in career, whether it be moving, traveling. We got the Four of Pentacles in the Chariot. That is traveling. That is also level up in career. That's attainment of money. So you guys may be a lot more financially stable or a lot more secure. Four of Pentacles also doing good with like managing money or being frugal. So you guys maybe like not spending money as much, or maybe you don't have to spend it. It could be one of the two. maybe you don't have to spend it. I don't know, but it's gonna be a big renewal and like you guys being able to go and come and go as you please. All right. So could be like so maybe some of y'all have a breakup with a partner, but they stay around. It just be more sexual. I don't know. Anyway, it could be a Leo, Cancer, Sag, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Taurus, Capricorn, Scorpio, Aries, Taurus, Leo. That's it. Okay. He said, I'm long overdue for what? I'm long overdue. Been working hard on love, finances, and everything. I know, right? You due for a breakthrough. It ain't gonna take long. Sometime this year there'll be a breakthrough. Every year, it always happens. So that's a quick check. Okay, we is on the last stretch right here. The last quarter. Last quarter right here. All right. Okay, so Capricorn, major changes for 2026. Let's see what we got. What we got for y'all. All right, South Node. Okay, South Node, major changes. South Node. Okay, North Node. Okay, so you guys going back to something that you guys were good at. So that's gonna be a major change. This could be like maybe a job, could be a career, could be a hobby, could be a routine, could be I don't know, some of y'all maybe relationships. Nah, you're going back to a more comfortable, some of y'all going back to a more comfortable lifestyle that you guys used to have. So whatever that is, maybe it was like something that you guys were working hard for. We got sixth house and we got Taurus energy. So you a major change for y'all could be the quality of work that you guys do. So you guys may get a better job. You guys may get more pay at your job. You guys may be able to like have more luxuries, maybe from your job or at your job. So that's going to be a major change. Like somewhere where you guys are comfortable at, you guys are going to become like a anchor there, or become important there, or become like I'm not going to say the main event, but you may become like the well, maybe it is the main event. Because I was gonna say like the main reason that like the business runs the way it runs, or it operates the way it operates. All right. So major changes. You guys may have a lot more peace, a lot more serenity around you, a lot more comfort, maybe a lot more luxuries. Also, because the sixth house is here, major change could be your health, your diet, your fitness. It could also just be the way you take care of yourselves. You know what I mean? You guys become a lot more self-sufficient and a lot more independent. Like, so you guys are breaking a codependency pattern, or a pattern of maybe depending on other people to do stuff that you yourself could be doing for. You said, so I'm going to get to get paid to stay home. It sound like it. It sound like it. You maybe could create a business from home. That could be possible. Because the sixth house is here. So that sixth house is like your habits, your everyday routine, your everyday schedule turns into something that creates stability or security for you. It says, angel number 555, this challenging phase in your life is about to pass. So you guys are going to have a lot more peace, have a lot more stability, a lot more tranquility around you, a lot more just serenity, beautiful things around you. So it could be luxury. Yeah, I would say that too. Racism is a mental illness. You know what I mean? But I was saying, so like, you'll be able to get a lot of life's pleasures, a lot of like just stuff that you would really want. I want to say it's more so like material for y'all, but it could also be like life pleasure, like relation. Yes, because we got relationships. It says you're about to start meeting people to connect and love deeply. So you're gonna be connecting to people. So it could be relationships, it could be love, life, work, career, whatever. I get that happening, and then taking care of your physical body because of the Taurus and the Virgo energy. All right. So I guess the way people used to remember you is going to be totally different, because it said it's not who you are that holds you back, but it's not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you're not. And some days you just remember. So people are going to probably like not be able to remember you, or like have a certain version of you that they remember, which is going to change, because it says you're about to start meeting new people to connect and love deeply. All right. Well, it doesn't say new people, but I think I just maybe stretched that. It says you are about to start meeting people to connect and love deeply. So it could be past people, because that South Node is here. But if it's past people, it's past people who now understand what your needs are and want to create stability or security or foundation with y'all. They want to cultivate something that has the ability to grow. And if they're newer people, these would be newer people who are very similar to experiences that you've already shared with other people, but like it feels very easy to get into a relationship or connection with them. You know what I mean? You guys maybe like start talking to each other more consistently, start building a foundation or something like that. Some of y'all may take up a hobby like skiing, or take up a hobby like surfing or some shit like that. You may take up a hobby that kind of gets you active. That's what I want to say. So whatever, maybe it's jump roping, maybe it's walking, maybe it's axe throwing or something. I don't know, something that gets you active. All right, because you guys are getting out of the comfort zone. We got Five of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. Some of y'all also becoming a first-time homeowner because we do got that Nine of Pentacles here. Either you guys becoming a first-time homeowner or you guys are not having to depend on somebody this year. So that's one of the changes. Now, some of y'all could be moving in with a partner. That's also possible. Like you could be moving back in with a partner that you're comfortable with, or you guys could be maybe getting your own place if you're not like quite doing that. Because the Five of Swords kind of gives me back and forth. Like maybe you're moving in with a partner, but also you could be like maybe wanting to do it on your own. I get you guys really being more self-focused or very like self-possessed. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got Three of Wands too. So that means creative ventures, hobbies. I get you guys really wanting to explore options or explore your horizons soon. So this could be wanting to travel, to explore, seeing scenic views. Like, so maybe you guys never got outside your hometown. Maybe you never left your, I mean, maybe you have before, but maybe you haven't done it in a while. It's like exploring, expanding my worldview or expanding my horizons. Good stuff is starting to come in for y'all with the Three of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. All right. So you guys may be starting to be, again, put yourselves first or becoming a little bit selfish, self-possessed, self-obsessed. And that may be it. Cause like I really feel like you guys are like doing things that you feel like you should have did for yourself in the past, whatever that may have been, and not feeling guilt, shame, or resentment for doing it. You know what I mean? Not letting other people's criticisms or judgment get to you. You know what I mean? So this could be family, this could be friends, it could be romantic partners. Because the Five of Swords is here, which means you guys will have tougher skin, not being bothered. It's gonna be a major change where it's like, maybe my family, maybe my coworkers, maybe I don't know, maybe I felt like I needed to have a certain amount of money or a certain amount of status or a certain amount of success before I could really do X, Y, Z. Maybe I needed to get this, that, and the third in line before I can start doing this. Or, like some people like once I get some new shoes and I'll start walking and I'll start trying to lose weight. Or people like once I get this colon cleanse, then I'll start like fasting or something. Or people come up with excuses for once something happens, then you'll stop doing that. You guys will stop gaslighting yourselves, or you'll stop talking yourselves out of doing what you feel like you should be doing. All right, you guys will be trusting the vibes or be trusting your optimism. All right, trusting in yourself more than anything. Also, a major change for y'all is again being bold, being blunt with people, being more decisive with people. You know what I mean? So you guys may be letting out a lot of harsh truths, telling people like it is. This could be family, friends, this could be business, employees, whatever. You may be like really telling it like it is with people. You know what I mean? So I really get you guys like not needing people as much. But then others of y'all, there is going to be energy of some of y'all do need people as much, but you guys are learning how to communicate what you need from people so that your needs can get met. All right, because you guys are gonna be exercising a new vibe, a different vibe that people may not be used to, which could be of like maybe at one time you didn't speak up and say, hey, I want this and I need this. They weren't used to that, but now you guys are gonna be doing that. This year, you guys are gonna be telling people like, I want this, I need this. Unfinished business, whatever conversations you didn't have with people, you guys are gonna be clearing that up, especially with Five of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Like people will be trying to keep you around because they need you, or you maybe try to keep people around because you need them. So like maybe you'll actually express that like I need you for this, or I want you for this. You know what I mean? You guys get out of that energy of feeling unwanted or feeling unneeded or feeling unuseful. Is that a word? Unuseful? Yeah, I think that is a word. Yeah. So you guys get out of that energy of feeling unuseful or keeping people around who aren't useful. Because maybe you all have a habit of that. And that Five of Swords sometimes could be like feeling like people take advantage of you because you don't speak up. You know what I mean? You don't stand your ground. You don't stand up for yourself, but they take advantage because you're giving more than what they wanted, than what they expected. You know what I mean? So you guys may start speaking up, saying stuff. And then others of y'all, there's the major change for y'all is gonna be your hard work and finding a happy medium with people. So there could be some type of negotiation or some type of like peaceful resolution that you have with somebody who you guys were having either a power struggle or a tense standoff with, or having some type of, I don't know, some type of difficulty getting on the same page with. You know what I mean? 'Cause I get you guys getting luxuries, having stuff, really working on getting your independence, you know what I mean? But like meeting a lot of people and your expectations for life starting to like, I don't know, it just seems like it's going to start getting better. I mean, that's natural because life does get better the longer you live. But I mean, like it just starts, you start believing it and like not letting other people tell you that it's not, that it's like your life isn't getting better or that you're not progressing or you're not, I don't know, getting like you're not doing what you need to do or something. You're not going to let people talk you out of what it is that you want or need for yourself. You'll feel it's a sense of confidence or a sense of like, I guess, identity again. Identity in a way where you're like, I'm not identifying with your way of seeing stuff. You can't fake me out my spot, that type of thing. All right, so it could be doing with the Aries, Leo. There's also gonna be some type of you guys be doing. So I don't know what y'all do, but y'all be doing either more sales. That's gonna be a major change. So like if you do a business that makes sales, you'll be doing way more sales than normal, or you guys about to reach a higher plateau in your career in some way from work or at work. There's gonna be a higher plateau that some of y'all about to reach. All right. So it could be Aquarius, Libra, Taurus, Virgo, Cancer, Capricorn. Virgo, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, or a Cancer, Libra. Okay. All right. Major changes coming your way. Would they say? It's just me and my dogs are pretty content to be honest, but I definitely don't get out much. You gotta get out and socialize. You gotta get out. Because like let's say that something were to happen. Them dogs ain't fitting to call 911. Somebody gotta come by there and check on you. Somebody gotta know you there. Did I ever tell y'all that story? That one time I had got my wisdom teeth taken out. And so after I got my wisdom teeth taken out, they gave me medication. The doctor fucked up. He gave me some type of oxycodone or some type of codone with a antibiotic. And you're not supposed to take both, right? He didn't tell me that. So I took both. And then like all of a sudden I just started getting hot. I started feeling like I'm about to pass out. I got like extremely hot. I broke into like an instant sweat. And this was like when I first started my YouTube too. I had maybe like 2,000, maybe 3,000 subscribers. So I was like, I was dying. Thank you so much. Ooh, piece of candy. So I thought I was dying. I jump in the shower. I had my clothes on. I jump in the shower. I got my boxes. I had my boxes and my white beater on. I jump in the shower trying to cool off. It didn't work. I was like, oh no, this isn't it. I need to get out the shower. So now I'm like soaking wet, cold water, the fan blowing. I just lay down on the ground. There was nobody there with me. My dog wasn't even there. I was just there. I laid on the ground. I could have died, but instead I just passed out. And then, the fan and all that, I cooled down somehow. And then I woke up and I was good. But before I went to sleep, before I passed out, the first two thoughts in my mind was, oh no, my daughter. And then my second thought was, oh no, my YouTube. That was just getting started. Those were my two main thoughts. But anyway, here I am now. But what I'm saying is, you want to have connection with people where if you don't like, if they don't check on you, or if they haven't heard from you in a while, they want to know that you're okay. You want to have connections with people. You know what I mean? It's not just a husband or wife's job or a boyfriend or girlfriend's job or a family member's job. It's a community job. So you want to build a community of people who genuinely care about your well-being and your livelihood. And you want to have people who you genuinely care about their well-being and their livelihood. And that makes life worth living. It gives more meaning. You know what I mean? So anyway, yep, I did. It is a funny, right? It is funny. Because that's what I felt like, well, I made it through, so it's funny now. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, I definitely was like, who was that? It sent me that piece of candy. Thank you so much, Empress. But like I was like worried. I was like, damn, it's over for your boy. I just got started. Oh no. They won't know me out here in these YouTube streets, but they did. And they do. So it is all it is now. All right, so Aquarius 2026, major changes. We got the moon. Okay, so that's emotional reassurance coming your way all year round. You guys will start feeling comfortable, start feeling confident, dealing with uncertainty. You guys don't know how to deal with uncertainty? You guys are going to learn this year. All right, you guys will also be tapping into your intuitive ability or your psychic ability or just your awareness, your natural awareness of maybe what's right and wrong, or your natural awareness of like how to solve tension, stress, trouble. You guys are learning how to absorb that or how to process that this year. So you guys aren't like trying to detach from it and act like it doesn't matter anymore. You guys are learning how to face it, how to deal with it, how to resolve it. You know what I mean? How to break it down or transmute it, turn it into something else. You guys are learning that. All right. Power struggles that you guys are going with, you guys are going to be having compromises with certain people. So this could be like relationships or dynamics that you guys were having confusing patterns with. You guys will be having clarity. There'll be a breakthrough, or there'll be some type of either separation where you guys will go back to your own little separate corners and then come back together. You know what I mean? We'll talk it out again, but it's like you guys have to go away, reassure yourselves, build back up their emotional like capability of connecting with people. That's not saying to isolate. It's saying that you just need to like separate maybe from certain people who you were having confusing dynamics with, or people who you didn't know how to like how you didn't know how to like process your feelings and emotions around them. So it's gonna be people who draw up a lot of intense feelings and emotions, but maybe you don't know how to deal with it or how to express it with these people. Or they're just confusing because maybe they're not maybe loving you or expressing it in the way that you want them to express it in. You guys are learning how to like compromise. All right. It doesn't have to be an all or nothing thing. Okay. So you got this, it's gonna be opportunities to grow, a lot of them. All right. So some of y'all gonna be doing stuff that's creative or getting into a more healing field. All right. So before you love anyone, you have to learn to love yourself first. And then you got healing, intuitive, emotional, nurturing. So some of y'all may be moving west or going west, or I don't know, exploring west of something, or somebody from the West is coming your way. But it says, don't ever be afraid to show your true colors. So some of y'all could be coming out of the closet if you guys are like that. And then others of y'all, it could just be you guys are showing your true colors, being more authentic. That's normally a Aquarius trait of being authentic. So before you learn to love anybody else, you guys are learning to love yourselves and love everything about you, even the little quirks, the little parts about yourself that maybe you weren't the most proud of, or little things that maybe you try to gloss over or hope that other people will gloss over. You know what I mean? Whatever that may be for you. This will be a year where you guys are going to get a lot more creative, though, and deeply intuitively based when it comes to like taking actions in your life overall. So it'll be more so like trusting how you feel. That's why it's important to move or take action on things when you have a feeling, because that teaches your body to trust that you know to take care of it. I mean, it teaches your body to trust you. So that when something's going wrong, you know that you'll take care of yourself. You know what I mean? A lot of times people have issues with like trusting people, trusting situations, trusting their hand at trying things because they don't trust themselves. They don't trust their response to it. I know people be like, I can't work a job at a fast food restaurant because what? Okay. Okay, thanks, Lana. Look at my sister doing her great job. She is doing her due diligence. What was I at with that? Oh, opportunities for growth. No, I said that. True colors. Imagination. You have more fluid dreams. That's gonna be a that's gonna be a major change. More fluent dreams. Being more emotionally depth. So like you guys, maybe there were like emotional situations that you thought you couldn't handle or couldn't deal with, or you thought you would never be able to face. You guys are gonna be finding inner strength out of nowhere. You'll also be meeting new people. There'll be opportunities to meet new people coming into your life. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. All right, so you guys will be stop being independent. You got Nine of Pentacles in reverse too. This could also be frugal, living above your means. So that could be a change too. You guys may be only getting the stuff that you really need, like not overspending, not overindulgent, but more so in like material. This year, y'all may more so want emotional fulfillment with connections, opposed to like maybe status, material success. But also you guys will be able to self-soothe. I get career maybe going on the back burner a little bit for y'all. Like you guys want something that brings maybe a lot more depth into your life. So this could be creative. Like maybe you guys are like trying your hand at creative projects or something like that. Maybe like things that you are unsure about or feeling uncertainty about is what you guys are going to be engaging in or indulging in a lot more this year. Learning from your mistakes and like self-reflecting on those mistakes. So even past connections, they may come back to y'all like a flood in a sense for you guys to like interpret why y'all broke apart, why y'all separated, or why things didn't work out. There could be like heart-to-heart conversations that are being had. There may be also a longing for y'all. I mean, y'all may be single, but y'all may long for connection. That may be the big thing. Y'all may be like on your own, but want other people to be around. All right. I get some travel too, unexpected travels, but that's just normal. That happens all the time. You could just go to the store. Wasn't planning on going to the store. It's 2026. Who knows where you may go? But you may just kind of turn up in places that you didn't expect yourself to be at, especially with this chariot and the world and the Ace of Pentacles. New opportunities to explore maybe foreign lands, go other places that you've never been before. Some of y'all could even get a new car. I don't know if that's a big major change to y'all, but it could be a new car. And then I also get some type of humbling experience at career where you guys decide to move on to like newer to something newer, all right, or something else like that. What's that? Damn Aquarius, what's going on? All right. I definitely get that. I get you guys leaving behind situations that like annoy you, frustrate you, or make you guys feel like you're not worthy. This could be relationships, this could be jobs, this could be environments. You know what I mean? Like maybe you guys are moving out of your parents' house, maybe you're moving out of your ex's house, maybe you're moving out of a certain community or something like that. Cause I kind of get that too. I get some of y'all moving on from a community or even a career. Maybe it's a career change. Because Ten of Pentacles is like, I've been at this job or this career for so long, I'm about to do something else. I kind of feel like you guys are going for something that feels more emotionally fulfilling and just trusting your instincts towards that. So that may include like if you're leaving a job or career, you may have to like manage your money a little bit, maybe, or not spend like you were before. You know what I mean? Case in point, when I used to be a drug dealer, I used to spend money all the time. And I had to learn that that lifestyle does not work with this. Not right yet. It don't. You know what I mean? So I had to change the lifestyle, the way my spending habits were. I couldn't be buying, eating out food every day. I used to eat out every day to the tune of like $120 to like $60 a day. Like, how do you like if I were to do that now, how would I ever make any money? How would I ever live if I ate out that much? You know what I mean? Like I was eating meals, I was eating out. I don't know, I was just spending money to spend money. It's probably more money than I was used to having at that time. You know, so some of y'all that's going to happen for y'all where you're going to have more money than what you're used to having because the world kind of gives me that with this 10 of Pentacles where you may be surprised that you have this much going on for yourself or this much going well for yourself because the world is success. It just means that it's success in different areas of your life, especially with the Chariot. It's different areas in your life, areas that you didn't even know that you needed like success in or that you needed to change in. It's going to usher it in, and it may come through either a prominent figure comes into your life. So like I don't know who could be prominent to you, but either a prominent relationship or a prominent figure is going to come into your life. All right. Or you guys may be lacking humility too because of the popularity or the attention that y'all get. I get you guys getting opportunities to date. You may not want to be single though. That may be what's going to hold y'all back because you guys may be pushing too hard to make stuff happen before it's quite ready. You know what I mean? Like people may be coming around, but usually with the Eight of Swords, I mean with the Eight of Cups and this Three of Swords, that means that there's issues, emotional issues that you guys still have lingering. And these people are helping you draw it out. And you guys may be pushing or forcing the issue to go in a certain direction before it's ready. And that could hinder y'all this year. And that's why I'm saying before you love anyone, you have to love yourself first. Because that's what it's saying here, angel number 333. So that's going to be a big lesson because the world means that you guys are learning where you are in this. I mean, where you belong. You're going to be in an area where you belong. And it may not be the area that you're in now. All right. Or it may not be with the people that you're with now. You know what I mean? So you're going to either change locations or change an environment to like fit your needs or to fit who you are at your core on an emotional level. So you're not stressing, worrying, picking at yourself or any of that. All right. So it could be a Cancer, Virgo, Gemini, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Pisces, Virgo, Libra, Taurus. Yep. Yep. Cancer. All right. All right. All right. Okay. So last one. Here we go. Pisces. I need more money. I'm used to having, but damn, I'm sick of working, Capricorn. Sun. I know that's right, right? I'd be like that too. I'm like, I'm sick of working. I'm tired, Grandpa. I don't want to do this anymore. I'll be tired of it too. I'm like, I'm tired of working, but not really. You know what I mean? I don't mind working. I just like my work to be appreciated because I could go do anything. I don't got to do this shit. I can go do anything the fuck I want to do. You know what I mean? I just be like, but when I do something for you, I like to be appreciated for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have to do this shit. You should be appreciative that I showed up to do it because I'm gonna do it right. You know what I mean? All right, so Pisces, 2026, major change. Oh, we're gonna have a breakthrough for y'all. All right, so this could be a lot of like unlimited opportunities or experiences that just happen your way, uncanny opportunities or experiences that happen to y'all. Some of y'all can be having these deep, profound realizations or these deep changes. We got trying here, so unexpectedly, unusual, good stuff is just gonna be happening to y'all. Beneficial opportunities, lucky opportunities. Now, if you're not a Pisces, not to worry, my friend. This is basically a collective read. Pisces encompasses all of us. So at this point, even if you're not a Pisces, you could take part of this reading because you guys are going to be having a breakthrough as a whole, as a collective. We're all going to be having breakthroughs and unexpected good stuff that happens our way. We got eighth house here. So some of y'all could be having inheritances, getting insurances, death benefits, life benefits. I don't know, getting benefits that weren't there before, prior. You guys could be discovering these things. These things could just be falling into your lap. Deep, intense connections are coming your way this year, especially with the eighth house. These will be people you connect with on a deeper level where you guys may intertwine your lives together. You may have children together. You may move in together. You may create business together. You may create your images together or something like that. You know, just maybe partners who you guys melt into or they melt into you. Something along the lines of that is happening here. Also, you guys may be investing unexpectedly. You guys may be investing or getting money from investments or getting on the board of investing in some way, like learning how to make money work for itself. And there's like financial literacy some of y'all are going through. You guys will be sharing a lot of resources. People would be wanting to share a lot of resources with y'all this year. All right, this year y'all have a lot more influence unexpectedly. Unexpectedly, you guys will have a lot more influence over people, or your influence or your presence will make more of a difference in the lives of others. So you could be the life-changing connection that comes into people's lives. We got 10 of cups here. So some of y'all, there could be also maybe, I don't know, I don't want to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. It could be a loss of a family member. That could be a major change. But also this could be the end of a certain family dynamic or a certain family pattern or responses. Like how I was telling y'all before about my family and how they don't really socialize or get outside their comfort zone or really like interact with people. You guys could be breaking a pattern like that, whatever that may be. You know what I mean? Whatever that pattern that your family may have been that you feel like was negative or like was not who you truly are at your core, that's what's going to be changing for y'all. All right. Uranus means you're going to have a breakthrough, but with the 10 of cups here in reverse, it's a breakthrough in terms of like family or connections or connecting to people. All right. What else? So it could be endings of long-term connections, like important connections or pivotal life-changing connections that were in your life. Also, the major changes, you guys are also are cutting off partners or connections with people who are self-motivated. They only reach out when they want or need something from y'all. Hold on real quick, y'all. Hold on. Oh shit. Okay, y'all, I'm back. All right, so I gotta finish this up. I got a little family emergency I gotta get to. Okay, so anyway, you're gonna be having a deeper connection to like luck, just having luck. So there could also be a change of career for some of y'all too with the 2 of Wands. There's usually a change of career. It can either mean that you have more status or that you guys are going to a different job that's more fit for you, kind of like Aquarius. You're going to be going to a job that fits for y'all. So y'all may unexpectedly be taking different directions or different crossroads at life where you just have these sudden realizations like, hey, I'm in the wrong place, or I'm in the wrong relationship, or I'm around the wrong crowd. And you guys just do like a 180 and shoot, I'm going in another direction. I'm getting that vibe as well. I got the star here too and the emperor. So I really feel like you're going to have a lot more influence or a lot more power, authority, become a person that people admire. We got 6 of Wands. Definitely become a person or a people that people admire. You become somebody that people look up to this year, or you're going to be like working or in like close union or close proximity with these type of people who you admire. So you may work with, let's say, celebrities, stars, A-list actors, rappers. You may like, because the eighth house means that you're connecting with people on a deeper level, but you're also connecting with people whose resources, whose power, whose influences, whose money you can use. You get it from them. So eighth house means you're getting other people's money or other people's resources, other people's power, other people's influence, other people's support, other people's expansive behaviors or expansive philosophies or expansive ways. You guys are going to be in a position of prominence or in a position of power this year coming up. You know what I mean? It's like awakening. Suddenly you guys start realizing what you need to be doing, what works best for you, where you should be at. Also, there could be changes to your body, changes to your appearance. That's gonna be major. So maybe you guys are like getting a makeover. Maybe you're
eating better, maybe you're losing weight, maybe you're gaining weight, maybe you're just feeling at peace with your body, you know what I mean? Or just feeling at peace with wherever you are. You kind of can feel that way too. Can I get you guys not needing the praise, the validation, the admiration, or the flattery from other people? You're not going to need any of that. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to need other people to show up for you or to motivate you either, because the Knight of Pentacles is here reversed. So it means that you guys are either be self-motivated, where like I don't need other people to come in and tell me, hey, you need to do this, you can do this. Like I can just kind of do this for myself. I go after my own goals, my own dreams, my own aspirations. And because you're showing up for yourself, other people want to show up for you too. But I really get this year is going to be a year for y'all to be out in the spotlight, to get a lot of attention, to get a lot of recognition, to get your flowers. Like maybe you weren't getting the approvals or the praise that you should have been getting. I get you guys getting that this year. A lot of it. A lot of it. Like it's going to change your outlook on things where you guys may change either careers or take like maybe creative passions, hobbies, or just things that you were like aspiring to do. You start moving forward on them. You start being more consistent towards those things. You start picking them up. You know, you may start picking up traits that you see other people who you admire do, and it becomes who you are. Because your personality is going to change because of that star. Your personality is going to change, but it also means that it's going to be a like you're going a different path. Like you're just taking a different path. That's all I can really say there. Could be a relationship for some of y'all because of the eighth house. It could mean that you're tying into somebody who maybe is well off, and that may be the relationship that some of y'all are having. You know what I mean? That may be the breakthrough that helps y'all out. A relationship that like brings you into money, the status, the influence. Um, Next major change is major changes coming to you in 2026. Could be also a large business or a large company doing money that you guys could be getting money from. So this could be sponsorships, deals, endorsements. It says strut like no one is watching. Run around. Let's say look around and hit the ground running. So you guys will be active, physically active, but also just on the go. You know what I mean? Caring for people who once cared for you. So you'll be able to give back to people who gave to you. So you may be able to pay back past debts, past loans, past favors. You may be able to like show up for people how they once showed up for you. I think that's also it too. Or people are showing up for you how you once showed up for them. It's one of the two. You know what I mean? And it could even be people who you presented opportunities to, let's say, work together, to build together, to be in a relationship, to do X, Y, Z. They're going to show up for y'all now and present those opportunities to you. All right. This year, you'll have a lot of people jealous over y'all, or people will be jealous of y'all, because it says pay attention to people who don't clap. Pay attention to friends who don't clap when you win. So you may have friends, family, or people who aren't happy that you're winning, because this will be a winning season for y'all this year. This year is definitely a winning season. You know what I mean? And you only will do things when you guys feel motivated to do it, not because you feel pressured to do it. You won't be under the thumb of somebody else or under the like watchful eye of a manager, boss, baby dad, baby mom, or something like that. You'll be able to like do what you want to do when you want to do it. All right, so it could be a Pisces, Sag, Aries, Scorpio, Capricorn, Virgo, Sag, Scorpio, Aquarius, Aries, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Libra. Could be. All right. So anyway, thank y'all so much. I gotta get going. I gotta go check on this my family real quick, see what's going on with them. But thank y'all so much for being here. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the piece of candy. Thank you so much, y'all. I may come back later because I got time after this now. And then after that, I'll holler. But I'm gone.